Police High Command investigates alleged shootout between officers. The Police High Command and the Independent Commission of Investigations, INDECOM, are investigating a reported armed confrontation involving two members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. The incident reportedly occurred along the Spur Tree Main Road in Manchester on Saturday during what investigators believe may have been a road rage dispute. According to preliminary information, both officers were off duty when the confrontation developed. One of the policemen, identified as a corporal, reportedly suffered a bullet graze to his forehead, but escaped serious injury. Investigators are now attempting to establish the sequence of events, determine whether both officers discharged their weapons, and identify what triggered the confrontation. Because the investigation remains active, the allegations against the officers have not been proven. The Police High Command is expected to review ballistic evidence, statements, and any available surveillance or dashboard camera footage. The incident has again raised questions about firearm discipline and conflict management among members of the security forces. Major Irishtown bushfire threatens homes. Firefighters are continuing efforts to contain a major bushfire in the Irishtown Hills of St. Andrew, where several residences have reportedly been placed at risk. The blaze began on Saturday and spread across sections of the hillside as dry vegetation, strong winds, and difficult terrain complicated the response. The Jamaica Fire Brigade has faced significant operational challenges, including limited access to sections of the fire and problems securing enough water in the affected area. A malfunction involving Jamaica Defense Force aerial firefighting equipment reportedly also limited efforts to attack the blaze from the air. Residents close to the fire zone are being urged to remain alert and to follow any instructions issued by emergency personnel. Motorists traveling through the area should also exercise caution because smoke may reduce visibility. Authorities have not yet announced the full extent of the environmental or property damage. Wanted man captured after 4-year search. A 4-year manhunt has ended following the capture of a Clarendon man wanted in connection with the 2022 killing of a British national. Police say 43-year-old Leighton Delahaye of James Hill was captured on Sunday during an intelligence-led operation in Bournebrook, Port Antonio. Investigators allege that Delahaye had been living in Portland and posing as a taxi operator while attempting to evade the authorities. He was wanted by the St. Andrew Central Police in connection with the April 2022 death of 29-year-old British national Safia Davy. Her body was reportedly discovered by a property manager at a residence she occupied on Graydon Avenue in Kingston. Police say Delahaye is expected to be transferred to detectives in St. Andrew and formally charged. Water prohibition orders now in effect. Water prohibition orders took effect today as Jamaica continues to experience increasingly dry conditions and declining supplies at several National Water Commission facilities. The restrictions prohibit customers in affected areas from using NWC-supplied water for non-essential activities. These include washing vehicles with a hose, watering lawns, filling swimming pools, and washing paved areas. The measures apply to sections of 7 parishes and will remain in force until further notice. Anyone found breaching the prohibition order could face prosecution, a fine imposed by the parish court, or imprisonment if the fine is not paid. The NWC is urging households and businesses to repair leaks, reuse water where practical, and reserve treated water for drinking, cooking, and sanitation. The restrictions come as firefighters are also dealing with an increase in bushfires, placing further pressure on limited water resources. Teachers to decide on revised government wage offer. Delegates of the Jamaica Teachers Association are preparing to decide whether to accept an adjusted wage offer from the government. The revised proposal addresses some of the key elements in the union's 28-point claim, including issues JTA President Mark Malavra described as deal breakers. The offer is being considered during the association's 62nd annual conference, which began in Kingston today. Negotiations have continued for approximately 1 year without a final agreement. The discussions are unfolding just over 2 weeks before the scheduled beginning of the new school year. The JTA is also warning that teacher migration remains a serious concern. According to the association, schools are advertising vacant positions while additional educators are receiving overseas employment confirmations and submitting resignations. The union argues that inadequate compensation and unresolved working conditions are contributing to the departure of experienced educators, particularly to the United States and the United Kingdom. The delegates' decision could have major implications for the start of the new academic year. Dr. Brian Langren appointed Bank of Jamaica governor. Economist Dr. R. Brian Langren has been appointed the next governor of the Bank of Jamaica. Dr. Langren will officially assume office on Wednesday, August 19, succeeding Richard Baz, whose 7-year tenure ends on Tuesday. The appointment was made by the Governor General in Council following a local and international search conducted by a selection committee established in April. Dr. Langren has extensive experience in economic policy, financial stability, and Caribbean development. His appointment comes as the central bank continues to manage inflation, interest rate policy, foreign exchange stability, and wider risks to Jamaica's financial system. The incoming governor will also be responsible for maintaining confidence in the bank's inflation targeting framework while responding to global economic uncertainty. Richard Baz has led the central bank since 2019 and oversaw a period of major institutional and monetary policy changes. CXC examination results coming Tuesday. Thousands of students across Jamaica and the wider Caribbean are awaiting the official release of their 2026 examination results. The Caribbean Examinations Council is scheduled to release results for the Caribbean Secondary Education Certificate, the Caribbean Advanced Proficiency Examination, the Caribbean Vocational Qualification, and the Caribbean Certificate of Secondary Level Competence on Tuesday. The results will first be presented during an official regional ceremony before becoming available through CXC's online student portal. Candidates should ensure that they have their center number, candidate number, and other required login information available. Students are also being encouraged to contact their schools if they encounter problems accessing their results or believe there may be an error. Share your views in the comments, subscribe to Jamaica News Now, and turn on notifications for the latest verified developments from Jamaica and across the diaspora. I'm your host. Thank you for watching. Stay informed and have a safe evening. Subscribe today, turn on notifications, and never miss the stories that matter most. Jamaica News Now. Your Highlands, your news, right now.